Hey lovelies, today's video is very simple and lazy because I'm busy. It is a compilation of my most popular men writing women badly TikTok videos. Now, why am I subjecting you to this horror? Because no matter how badly you think you are at writing, or how badly you think you are at writing women characters specifically, these guys are so much worse. Enjoy!
Men writing women badly. It has been a while. I've pulled this one from Pinterest, so I don't have a title or an author. Sorry about that. New guy's a weirdo, huh? Rachel said out loud, not holding back her rudeness. Staring directly at me, saying it like one of those college girls. I'm hot and cool and don't give a fuck, but was probably molested at some point in my teenage years, so I'm always in defense mode and attack others before they can attack me first. That kind of chick. You know the type. There is a lot to unpack in that. Can she not just be a bitch? Why does every single woman have to have some sort of rape or molestation in her backstory? Some people are just rude. Another men writing women badly is from The Blackboard Jungle by Evan Hunter. Required reading in someone's high school. Rick did not pause to analyze the psychology of the pregnant woman. It had not occurred to him that pregnancy was a complete paradox. It was paradoxical that only the female of the species could perform the amazing feat, while perhaps being less psychologically prepared for it than a male would have been. What? No one's prepared for pregnancy or parenthood. But saying that, okay, no woman enjoys the sight of sagging breasts and a bulging stomach, no matter how maternal her urge. A woman's good looks are a woman's good looks, and there is little good looking about a pregnant woman. So this guy is never going to get a woman pregnant. Men writing women badly. When a male writer has his female character look at herself in the mirror to describe herself. This is from The Leopard by Joe Nesbo. Afterwards, she stood in front of the mirror and confirmed without a hint of self-satisfaction that the Hong Kong Chinese man was right. She was beautiful. Lord. This was not her opinion, and it was as close to being a fact as beauty can be. The face with the high cheekbones, the pronounced raven black but finely formed eyebrows above the almost childlike wide eyes with green irises that shone with the intensity of a mature young woman. The honey brown hair, wait, I thought it was raven black hair. Wait, no, raven black eyebrows, whatever. Honey brown hair, the full lips that seemed to be kissing each other in her somewhat broad mouth. How does that work? The long, slim neck, the equally slim body with the small breasts that were no more than mounds, swells on a sea of perfect, though winter-pale skin. The gentle curve of her hips, the long legs that persuaded two Oslo modeling agencies to make the trip to her school in Hawksund, only to have to accept her refusal with a rueful shake of the head. Okay, is anyone else feeling like this writer's sense of, perfect beauty is, a little on the young side? And what had pleased her most was when one of them said as he left, "Okay, but remember, my dear, you are not a perfect beauty. Your teeth are small and pointed. You shouldn't smile so much." Dude, the day a man tells me not to smile is the day that pigs fly, okay? That is oh my god. Today's men writing women badly is Bill Bryson from The Lost Continent. I don't think he ever went to Merle Mall on a Saturday. I will say this, however, and it's a strange, strange thing. The teenage daughters of these fat women, rude, are always utterly delectable, as soft and gloriously rounded and naturally fresh smelling as a basket of fruit. This man should not be allowed anywhere near malls or schools or anywhere that children or teenagers are present. Ever. I don't know what it is that happens to them, but it must be awful to marry one of those nubile cuties, knowing that there is a time bomb ticking away in her that will at some unknown date make her bloat out into something huge and grotesque, presumably all of a sudden and without much notice, like a self-inflating raft from which the pin has been yanked. God, where do I start? Men Writing Women Badly. This from Getting in the Wind by Harlan Ellison. I was staring at the two of the most beautifully tipped breasts the world has ever known. They were full and round, and using the standard measure, 3.5 milliboobs per handful. Milliboobs? That's standard? Okay, the standard for measuring breast is like the measurement from like all the way around, and that's what we use to help figure out bra sizes. But milliboobs? What even are? I don't even know why I'm doing this, guys. Today's Men Writing Women Badly. No author is given. But the excerpt reads, "No, Craig, I want a big, dumb, fake answer." Noelle rolls her eyes. "I think her breasts roll in sync with them. Girls' breasts are so amazing." How would that work? Like, okay, she would have to, like, literally move her entire chest, because these aren't muscles, okay? They don't move on their own. She would literally have to, like, do this in order for that to work. Hey guys, Future Chris here. I'm halfway through editing this video. I just wanted to let you know that I am currently running a giveaway with Women Writing Women Very Well. So if that's something that you want, I'm doing Dread Nation and its sequel, Deathless Divide. It's for Pride Month. Basically, if you like queer black girls kicking zombie ass and racist ass, you should enter this giveaway. I will have a sign-up link and more information for you in the description of this video. So just click the link and you'll be all good. Otherwise, back to your normally scheduled shitfest. Men Writing Women Badly. Why the fuck did girls have periods? What was actually the point? Boy, do I wish I knew! The instructions didn't contain any answers to that particular question, just the practical matter. Okay, they're reading the instructions on like a tampon box type of thing. Why is it a guy who's doing this? His cheeks were on fire as he explained to Therese how to insert the tube, then pushed out the cylinder with the string attached. When she pulled down her knickers to do as he told her, he turned away and said, "Go and do it in the bathroom." Like that wouldn't have already occurred to her? Therese obeyed and Jerry flopped down in the armchair. He felt dirty. This wasn't a new experience, but he didn't want to feel dirty in this particular way. Therese had begun to develop breasts, and she was a pretty girl. Beautiful, in fact. She was completely in his power, and an entire scenario flickered through his brain for a few seconds until he gritted his teeth and forcibly ejected the unwanted images. She was his sister. I just want to know why these two paragraphs were included in the story at all. Men Writing Women Badly, no title or author given. The cold air made my hair stand up by its roots, the way my nipples stood erect, every follicle in my arms and legs becoming a tiny clitoris. Well, I guess I should be impressed that he knows what a clitoris is. Today's Men Writing Women Badly comes from Reddit, so I'm sorry. Her breasts were enormous and she obviously wasn't wearing a bra. Obviously. Her nipples raised the silk into softly shadowed peaks, and when she walked, the bouncing of each bosom was enough to quiet conversation and have even the few faithful Washington husbands glancing surreptitiously over their wives' soldiers. The bouncing of it, like, is she causing earthquakes with every step? Is that, if, you know, just to make it very clear how sexy breasts are. Men Writing Women Badly. Ayo ma'am, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. That one's on me, sorry guys. Ayo ma'am mourned the deaths of these two friends deeply. It saddened her to think that these women were forever gone from the world. And she mourned their lovely breasts that had vanished without a trace. You were doing so well! You know, it's bad enough when men who write women badly are, like, doing it from the man's point of view and, like, how that male character is obsessed with the boobs, but women aren't obsessed with boobs either, guys. Like, I'm sorry. Men writing women badly. Now, I actually read this one when I went live on Monday, but it's so bad that I thought I'd make an entire video about it. Her hair was piled high, but when she shook her head, it came cascading down in a glowing wave over her shoulders and fell as far as her knees, and yet somehow is not horribly tangled. Also, the migraines this woman must have, my god. Rippling curtain did not cover her breasts, which thrust their way through it like living creatures. They were perfect rounds, white as mare's milk, and tipped with ruby nipples that puckered as my gaze passed over them. I will give credit where credit is due. White as mare's milk is not too much of an exaggeration if she's a pasty Minnesotan girl who never goes outside. Her body was hairless. Didn't she have like 70 pounds of hair on top of her head? Her pudenda was also entirely devoid of hair. The tips of her inner lips protruded shyly from the vertical cleft. Okay, for a second I thought inner lips almost meant these, but I think he's talking about the other lips, and the fact that they're shy is the sweet dew of feminine arousal glistened upon them. No. Just no. That was almost body horror, okay? In today's Men Writing Women Badly, the author of this one is apparently some sort of pedophile. This is from The Ultimate Adventure by L. Ron Hubbard. She was a child, having a slim and gracious body. Red flag, the very model of what a young girl should be, not only for her exquisite face, not only for her beauty and her air of breeding, but also for the perfection of her waist and carriage. Girl, run away fast. Her brow was as white as the first ray fallen from the new moon. Her eyes... Okay, you know the new moon is dark, right? It doesn't... Okay, whatever. That's the least disturbing thing about this. Her eyes were the eyes of a gazelle, and her brows above them were as the crescent moons of Ramadan. Her cheeks were... This font makes it weird. Her cheeks were anemones, her mouth the scarlet seal of Suleiman, her face pale as the full moon when she first rises above the grasses. That's 3 moons in one... Okay, so a pedophile and lazy. As for her young, pliant body, it lay beneath her robe like some precious love letter in a silken case. God, I need to take a shower, okay? Today's Men Writing Women Badly is Scott Smith's The Dogs. But Amber, kind, green-eyed Amber, with her long red curls, her cinnamon-flavored skin... How would you know that? Have you licked her? Cinnamon-flavored skin, her Barbie doll I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want TikTok to block this video. I'm picturing, like, if you've ever had a Barbie doll or a Ken doll, and you'll know that they are not anatomically correct, I guess that's what Amber is. She just wasn't born with any of that, and that's okay. I can't tell if this man has either never been intimate with a woman before, or if he's just never seen a naked Barbie before. Could be both. I don't know. Men Writing Women Badly. This one, I believe, is a classic. Dino put his feet up and chatted for a couple of minutes, then he put down the phone and returned to the table. Okay, he said, the ME confirms his first estimate of time and death. The girl had a tiny purse tucked into her vagina, just big enough to hold her driver's license, a credit card, and a few bucks. I mean, I guess biologically we could, but you really wouldn't want to? You especially, like, how would you even, to pay for stuff? Like, I'm trying to figure out how that would work if that was, like, actual standard. Do you just lift up, oh, I need to pay for gas. Let me just lift up my skirt real quick and get my purse out of my vagina. Men Writing Women Badly. I don't have a title or author for this one, and I don't want to know. I spoke with the Count this morn, Logan said when he was suddenly silenced as breaths went past. No, not just breasts, the breasts. They were perfect, not precipitously exposed, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but perfectly shaped, these floated past him, held in a gossamer embrace of fabric, rejoicing to cling to such nubile curves. I'm sorry, but up until that last line, I was thinking of them literally, like, apparently in this society, they just float away from us. I mean, I feel like some of us would kind of like that, honestly. It gives our backs a break. Logan didn't even see the woman's face. Oh, what a shock. Then, as she walked past, the sweet curves of swaying hips and a flash of lean, muscular calves. Like, there's badly written female characters, but there's also poorly written male characters. Men writing women badly. I'm looking at Twitter, no title or author given. She raised her hand and he looked up. I need to use the restroom. Mr. Johnson squinted. Hold it. She slunk back into her seat and clenched her pelvic muscles to stop the flow of her crimson shame. I wish periods worked like that, but they don't. 10 minutes passed, however, and the pressure was mounting. She did a good job holding it for the time, but it was becoming a desperate situation. She raised her hand again, and Mr. Johnson misogynistically sighed. What? I really need to go to the bathroom. He's not the only one being a misogynist here. Fine, but you get an F for female. She frowned, but F for female? What the fuck? She frowned, but had no choice. She made a mad dash to the bathroom, breaking her heels along the way, which flattened her shoes enough to gain more speed. Heels don't work like that. If you break the heels of high heel, first of all, who's wearing high heel shoes in school? And second of all, if you break those heels, you're just going to get fucked up shoes, alright? They don't flatten like that. I wish they did, but they don't. As she ran toward the bathroom, her heaving, ample breasts filled with milk bounced and sloshed back and forth in her bra. So she gave birth recently? That's the only way I can maybe think of that happening. Jesus Christ. Thankfully, she made it in time before you know, if it was anything else, I would think that this was, like, just an analogy or a metaphor, but I know it's not, and he's serious about this. Thankfully, she made it in time before her womb made a bloody explosion. She needs to go to the hospital, then, if that is a real concern. She inspected her panties in the stall and sighed in relief. Thank you, Kegels. What the hell is a Kegel? I don't even know. She pushed and peed the blood hard into the toilet, making it look like a murder scene all over the porcelain walls. Okay. The bladder and the womb are two different things, and they have two different holes, so to speak. So if you're urinating blood, go to the doctor, alright? Because that is not right. And if your period is so bad that, I mean, yes, a murder scene is sometimes accurate, honestly. At least on the toilet, if it's like your first couple of times. But if it's on the walls... Now to plug herself up, she pulled a tampon from her purse and opened the packet. That, at least, is accurate.